this is Chris Anson, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use Perfectly Clear to create vignettes quickly and easily. Vignettes are an important part of finishing your photograph. They give you the ability to help direct the viewer's eyes to where you want them to be looking in your photograph. Perfectly Clear has a great tool for doing this quickly and easily. So with a photograph open in Perfectly Clear, we're going to come over to the right here. I want you to track down until we find the graduated filter. If it's not on, it'll look like this. To turn it on, go ahead and click it, and let's go ahead and expand it by clicking on the little left pointing triangle. Now as we look at this, you can see in the drop-down menu here that we have a number of different vignettes that are already created for us. These presets are very useful starting places. So I'm going to go through each of these vignettes and I'm going to show you what they look like, and then we'll talk a bit more about it. So if I want a heavy vignette on this photograph, I'm going to go ahead and click on this one. And this is what it looks like turned on, and this is what it looks like turned off. Now with all of these vignettes, we can use the blend tool and we can drag this to the left and we can reduce the amount of the vignette that's showing in the frame. As you can see, clicking here changes the amount of vignette that is showing. So that's one way that we can control what that vignette does to our image. So let's take a look at a couple of others. If we click on the drop down, let's try a light portrait vignette. Here, if I click on the button and turn the graduated filter off and on, which turns the vignette off and on, you can see what it looks like before and after. Now let's take a look at brightening the edges. This is with it on, and this is with it off. Edge depth vignette looks like this. And don't forget again, if that's too much for us, we can reduce the amount. And this is with it off, and this is with it on. And then our center boost vignette, and this one's a little different, and what this is doing is this is taking the center of the image and it's boosting it so that's a bit brighter. This is with the center boost vignette on, and this is with it off, so you can see how it boosts that center area. So you can see that very quickly you can create a vignette and adjust the blend mode. And if that's all you need, then you're good to go. So if you find that you want to take the time to control the look and shape of the vignette, we can do that. The first thing that I'm going to do is click on the place center, and where I click will determine where the center of the vignette is. Now with that in place, we can click on the shape slider, and you'll notice that the center of the vignette is shown in red and the outside of the vignette is shown in blue. As I drag this to the right, it makes it flatter and compresses it in a more elliptical shape. As I drag it to the left, it gets rounder and then becomes more elliptical again, but in a vertical direction. So I'm going to go about there. Now size, if we click on that, if I drag it to the left, it gets smaller. Drag it to the right, it gets larger. I'm going to expand it to about there. Feather, as we drag this to the left, you'll see that the edge of the vignette gets very defined. As I drag it to the right, it becomes very soft. And so I'm going to feather it to about there. The last thing I'm going to do is play with rotation. And as I click and drag that to the right, it rotates the vignette to the right. If I drag it back to the left, it rotates it left. I'm going to go with one that's a bit more to the right. And there we go. Now I'm going to go back up to blend mode, and I'm going to reduce that just a little bit. And there we have a vignette for this image that draws the viewer's eye more to the teapot and the tip of the kettle. So this is with the vignette on, and this is without the vignette on. For those of you that want to explore further, if you look down here where it says outside, This is showing us all of the settings that have been activated that affect the vignette. We can activate others of these by checking the box and then changing the controls. You can explore changing exposure, contrast, highlights to see what impact it has on the vignette to make it look exactly the way that you want. So there you go, vignettes quickly and easily in Perfectly Clear. This is Chris Hansen. I hope that you found this video useful, and I thank you for watching.